Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, and for this one, I'm going to be reviewing another one of my all-time favorite Disney Pixar films, So, for number one, it's, of course, Monsters, Inc., number two, The Incredibles, number three, Toy Story 2, number four, Monsters University, number five, Brave, number six, Ratatouille, number seven, A Bug's Life, number eight, Toy Story 3, number nine, okay, yeah. Number 9, Inside Out. I almost forgot. Number 10, Finding Nemo. Number 11, The Incredibles 2. Number 12, Cars 2. Number 13, I know I didn't do number 13, but actually, because I technically have already reviewed it. And my number 13 favorite Disney Pixar film is Onward. And I've already done a review on it, and, this was before, and I think this was maybe right around when I considered this being, this film being my number 13, well, three fingers, you get the idea, number 13 favorite Disney Pixar film, so, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah. So, okay, so number 13 is Onward. So now we come to number 14, and that is Finding Dory. Yep, that's right, Finding Dory. I love Finding Dory. Who doesn't? It is a good sequel. And it is kind of cool that, Dory gets to be the one that's lost, and trying to be found, etc. You know what I'm saying? And so, it is really good. Like, I remember, like, when I saw this in theaters, like, how in the open, because the opening, like, Dory, we hear Dory's voice as a little kid, and we see her, cute little Dory with big eyes, I remember this. When she pops up on the screen, everybody in the room, in the movie theater I was in one of my local movie theaters, and when I went to see Finding Dory, and when Baby Dory popped up, everybody in the audience in the room I was in, seeing Finding Dory, they all went, "Aw!" Everybody in the theater did that. Did your audience do that too? I'd like to hear and share that with me if your experience of Finding Dory was. Well, and I'll say it later before the review video's finished. Excuse me. But, yeah, and so, like, later, and throughout that, like, Dory, as she grows up, she's lost and trying to find her parents, up until when she comes across Marlin. That ties in with Finding Nemo. And see, yeah, because in Finding Nemo, because even Dory, it's mentioned of her parents, and where are they, So, little hint there from that, and up to Finding Dory, so... years later, actually 1 year after Finding Nemo, they find Nemo, etc. Dory now is with them, like, she kind of lives next door to them, like, she has her own place next to the anemone, Dory not Dory, Marlin and Nemo, yeah, and so, like, Dory starts to remember about her parents, etc., a bit of remembering and such that comes to her, she may be, she may suffer from short-term memory loss, but, I assume as though, obviously, she would remember some stuff, if you get what I'm saying, so. And it's established, I remember a bit in Finding Nemo, and a lot more in Finding Dory, so. Well, yeah, and so, later on, because, we get the appearances from the Schoolfish, Mr. Ray, Crush, of course, and they come across, like, a dark place in the ocean, like a sunken ship, basically, and come across a glowing squid, basically, and I remember there was a Volkswagen in there, and actually, I did read this, and I think I kind of knew this, that it's, because... You remember from the Herbie Lovebug films, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo? No, it's not Monte Carlo, it's Herbie Goes Bananas. Yeah, because one part, Herbie goes down the ocean. That's kind of a nod to that, and that Volkswagen bug was never recovered, actually, which is kind of weird. They just leave it out in the ocean, seriously? But anyway, so, and of course, Dory hears the voice of Sigourney Weaver, you know, of this aquarium place or whatever it's called. I forget already what the place is called. And of course, these two sea lions, and one being voiced by Idris Elba. You know, Idris Elba, he's great, you know. And so like Marlin and Nemo, they need to try and find Dory. And the sea lions, they suggest, you know, Ruru, you know, that is Marlin. Ruru, it's like a bird, or I forget what type of bird he is, what type of bird Ruru is, but carries Marlin and Nemo around in a bucket, you know, green bucket. I remember it was a green bucket. Dory comes across, because she gets taken in by the aquarium or something like that, and she comes across Hank the octopus. Yep, Hank, he's good. And then of course we see the other two characters, like Shark Whale. Is she a shark whale? Destiny. Her like used to be roommates with Dory, and when Dory was little, they used to communicate from the pipe holes or something like that. And the beluga whale, I forget the beluga whale's name, but you know, and like he could sense something far or something. And like I also remember because oh yeah, that a funny scene with Hank and Dory. Hank driving around in a baby stroller is funny, and they come into the inside of the aquarium, and they're in the part where, you know, the kid's touching the sea creatures, you know, that Hank inks and sends the kids screaming and running away, you know. And so what else? Well, also, yeah, I do remember this, that, I remember Marlin and Nemo, they come across a talking clam, like, this clam, like, I haven't talked to anybody for years, or blah, blah, whatever it is, you know, whatever he said. And then also, what else? Oh, yeah, because Dory eventually does come across, like, a bunch of the same fish species of her, the blue fish. I forget the name. Billfish. I don't know. I can't remember the name of Dory's type of fish. I can't. Help me out if you can. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. I don't know. And also, like, you know, she asks them, "Have you seen?" I do remember the dad's name is Charlie, but what's the mother's name? I forget. I can't remember, but you know. Is it? No, it's not Bobby. And the fish, one of the fish tells her that, you know, they've been looking for you too. And I guess, you know, a bit of upset, you know, Dory kind of in a total upset and such as, you know, something like that. And she then, like, I think, and actually, Marlin and Nemo, they end up getting stuck in that fish tank with the other blue fish, you know, the same fish of Dory. Hank, I guess, gets captured or something, I guess. I don't know. Or no, I think he escapes. Yeah, he does. And Dory, she winds up back in the ocean, and then she does come across her parents. And then Dory, you know, Destiny and the beluga whale, they break out of the aquarium and such, and they help out find Marlin and Nemo. Hank joins in and such, and it's really funny. Hank and Dory hijack the truck, you know. And I do know this, one of the truck drivers, I already forget the name of one of the truck drivers, but one of them is voiced by Alexander. I forget his last name, but the original voice of Nemo, actually, which is really cool. He gets to be in Finding Dory and do another voice, you know. That's awesome. Good for him. I also remember this, like on the wheel of the truck, there is a star on there, I guess. I think it is a nod to Captain America, I'm pretty sure, because his shield has a star, so, you know. And so, they hijack the truck, and we get the appearances of the seagulls, you know, mine. It's funny. The police, they come in and such, and then, of course, and the hilarious part, the truck flies out, you know, and I do remember this. Remember the otters? They're distracting the people on in the traffic, you know, hugging each other, etc. But anyways, jumping back to the truck, it, like, slow motion as it flies, and all the fish from the truck, they fly out and such. And I remember this, one small fish and a big fish eats it, then another big fish eats that medium big fish, if you get what I'm saying. But, I remember the biggest fish sneezes and like causes the medium fish to fly, and the small fish to get out of his mouth as well. It's funny. And of course, the song "I See Trees from Green" that plays, which is perfect. It makes it hilarious. We hear Sigourney Weaver's voice one more time. Thank you, blah blah blah. And then of course it fades to black and such. And then we cut back to where back at home with Marlin, Nemo, Dory, and Hank. He's now a teacher. Because of Nemo's school pals, school buddies, whatever, And then, I guess, last scene, Dory and Marlin, they go out by, near the drop-off. They have a little talk and such, and then camera, like, pans out from them, and then, beautiful music playing, and it shows the words, "The End," it fades to black, and then the credits roll, and we hear the song "Unforgettable" by Sia. Am I saying her name right? Sia. Yeah, and actually, because Ellen DeGeneres being friends with Sia, and suggested Sia to sing that edition of "Unforgettable." And hey, she was perfect. She did a good job singing that, so, and so, yeah. Then of course, like, throughout the credits, we see Hank. He pops up here and there, it's funny. And at the end of the film, we get, of course, an end credit scene, and we see the I almost said otters, the sea lions, and like I forget the third sea lion, but he's trying to get on top of a rock where they're at, and it's like arf 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 arf, and it's like immediately go back to sleep. The tank gang appears, and they've still been in those bags since, when they escape the dentist's office. But then, of course, they get swallowed up. Well, not swallowed up, but pulled up by, I guess, like, two members of the aqua place, whatever it's called, and, we hear below, now what? So, but hey, knowing the tank gang, they'll get it. They could clearly get out of there, so, but yeah, and of course, before the scene ends, the third otter, he finally gets on top of the rock, he's right behind them, and those big eyebrows, and then the scene ends, music plays as the castle shows. But yeah, Finding Dory, I freaking love it. It is a good sequel to Finding Nemo. It really is. I really enjoy it. A great story to it. The characters are good, of course. The music, Thomas Newman, he's great, Just everything about it is great. So, and for Finding Dory, well, 10 out of 10 stars. Why not? Because I love it. It's really good. And just, yeah. And you guys let me know what you think of Finding Dory. Because again, as I said, I love it and I think it's really good. So, with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my review of Finding Dory. More new review videos coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward. And I'll see you guys in the next video /review video. Take care and peace out.